we're do updates on the hurricane. Ibai has some updates up right now. I guess that's just an ad. Well, there's no way of bypassing that, huh?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
So it looks like it's up in the Carolinas right now, right?
When was this taken?
It's not quite live, but I'm sure it's like what, a couple hours ago, right, Ibahi?
What?
What you're showing right now on
Oh,
your
I
screen?
don't know. I'm watching it with you guys.
Yeah. Currently, I mean, I've been kind of like catching up. Um, it's up in the Carolinas. It barely rained here in like northeast Georgia. I'm not sure about Atlanta, Ibahi. How
I
was the
don't know. I'm
weather?
not in Atlanta.
What?
I'm not sure. I'm not in Atlanta.
You're a little south of Atlanta, right?
No, I'm in Ohio.
Oh, you're in Ohio.
We
When did
telling everybody you in Georgia and yeah, you in Ohio.
wait? When did you
Yeah,
go up there?
Saturday.
Oh, okay. Is this your vacation?
I mean, I'm working, but I'm here until Saturday or Sunday.
Okay, and then you're gonna come back to Atlanta.
For a couple days before I leave for my trip.
Oh,
And you
okay.
go, where you going for your trip?
Costa Rica.
Oh, Costa
Ooh,
Rica. Woo woo.
no
Oh,
storms down there, right? Hopefully.
Um, I hope not.
Yeah. Um. Anyway, uh, looks like the storm is up in the Carolinas. I was just watching a live, just a live weather watch earlier, and they said that in like south of Wilmington, South Carolina, there's a tornado that formed there. There's areas along the coastline of North Carolina that also have like a tornado watch. I'm not exactly sure if the tornadoes actually touched down, and I'm thinking these tornadoes are kind of related to the hurricane because of the strong winds.
mhm.
Um, I'm not exactly sure, but we're fine here in northeast Georgia. I didn't see really anything going on with Atlanta either, but they were saying that the hurricane was going to hit parts of Georgia, right? Maybe just the
Yeah,
coastline, like in Savannah.
yeah.
Uh, I was talking to a client in Savannah today, but she said that uh, everything's fine there too.
Good.
Yeah. So anyway, I also wanted to bring up what's going on in the insurance industry. Um, it's a public service announcement given by an insurance agent. Um, I don't know if we want to touch on that now or if you want to still go over the storm. I mean, I'd like to go back to the storm on how to handle the mess if you live in an area that was affected by the storm. How do you handle that? I'd like to talk about that because that's what we're here to do is help homeowners with their claims. Um, so anyway, I'd like to just share the public service announcement about what's going on with the insurance industry. Right now, I don't. Let me share my screen so you guys can read it. Um, okay, so gosh, I have so many things open on my.
While Kay is doing that, Ibai, I wanted to share something funny. This guy called and he says, I need someone to hurry up and fix my plumbing. My pipe busted in the shower. So I said, you need a plumber. He said, oh, I thought I called a plumber. I'm sorry. The P got me confused.
You're so silly. That is so immature.
Well, that's what he said.
So
Seriously,
immature.
that's what he said.
I bet he did say that, and you over there laughing.
I couldn't believe it. Why do I always get it down? I'm the plumber.
But who called? He called the major adjusters line.
Yeah,
Next time, say we can help. We can help plumbers.
I
We
know, but that's
fine.
not. He's not a plumber. He needed a plumber.
I know we can give him one. That's
Oh
like
yeah,
the whole
yeah,
plumber.
yeah. Well, I told him. He said, "Well, he was in a rush. He was trying to get off the phone because I was trying to tell him, and he's like, and it went click, and I said, okay. So, yeah, he was like, I need one like right now, and I'm like, okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I could do exactly right now.
I mean, we can definitely recommend plumbers.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that. He was kind of like it was an emergency. So I was asking, I said, any water on the floor? He says no. Anything running on? No. Well, it's not really an emergency because he didn't have no water, issue. But he was like, I need a pump right now. I said,
Oh
okay.
Lord have mercy. That's
I
funny.
get him. I wasn't going to. I'm like, okay, sir. Okay.
This PSA announcement is on a Word document. Where's the original?
It was originally on Facebook, and I didn't want to show her name, and so I.
Why not? It's on Facebook.
Huh?
Why not? It's on Facebook.
Oh, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Do you want me to go find it?
I mean, it just doesn't look real this way. I mean,
yeah. Give me a minute. I'll go find it. Hold on. Let's see.
And then what else happened?
You're so crazy. This girl is so silly. Look at her. She is
wait a minute. I already told Kay about this one while I'm waiting for her to find it. So I get this scam today. So check this one out, y'all. This was funny. Hello, this is Emily from the approval department. Your possible $3,560 payment is available for you. Please secure it by August the 31st. Woo, woo. So my husband responded. He says, okay, I'll ask the Federal Trade Commission their opinion about receiving the $3,560 payment. Let me know if you agree. I ain't heard from her since.
That's what you got to do. You got to backfire. You got to fire back.
Yep, and that's exactly what we did. Fired back. I bet you she won't call me or send me a text no more.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Nope.
Okay.
Emily, hi. See you later. Hey, Chuck.
Hi, how you doing, Renee? Hi, buddy. Hi, Kay.
Thank you for joining us. All right. Let me just move on. So I have this public service announcement from an insurance agent in New York. She says I don't always post insurance stuff on my personal page, but I definitely do when I feel it's relevant for the masses. Right now, it's that time. And, this is from an insurance agent's point of view. I don't know if, like, as public adjusters, if we actually agree with everything she says. But let me just read on. Right now, it's that time. I hope you find the below information useful, and I hope that it helps explain what is happening in the insurance world today. It won't matter what carrier you are with. This is an industry issue. The insurance marketplace is tightening up, and it's happening fast. It's happening especially fast for home and auto insurance companies. This is regardless of what state you're in. However, California, Florida, Louisiana, and Texas are being hit especially hard. Carriers are pulling a full hard stop on issuing any new policies across the country, and carriers that have not put on a moratorium on binding new coverage are actually just leaving the market, or they are selling other carriers merging. They simply can't operate profitably in this inflationary market. Every day we are hearing about a pause on new business or a carrier putting a full stop on writing new policies. Some carriers are requiring full premium payment upfront or for new business or requiring a 20 to 30-day hold on new applications. Carriers may shift underwriting guidelines so they only want preferred business. No claims within 5 years, not 3 anymore. Home and auto claims, etc. Some carriers will not reinstate coverage if it lapses, no matter the reason. The market is disrupted and it will affect you. If it hasn't yet, it will. I have personally seen premiums double and triple what they were the year before. The cost of claims has risen exponentially in the past 2 years, thus resulting in the carriers having to raise premiums or pull out of some markets in some states. Carriers have applied for rate increases but have not been able to get them approved, so they simply shut down for new business. If you have an auto or home insurance policy, your rates have gone up, and if they haven't, they will. This isn't personal. It's not based on a claim you may or may not have had. It's simply the cost of doing business. If you have not gotten a rate increase, be prepared for one at your next renewal if you get renewal terms at all. The cost to rebuild your home is up dramatically due to the rising cost of materials and labor. Supply chain for materials continues to be an issue. We can all agree that everything has gone up in price. Carriers simply can't survive paying these higher prices without charging more themselves. The cost to repair your car is up dramatically due to the rising cost of auto parts and labor to fix your car. In addition, parts and vehicles now include some technology features. Replacing a side mirror or windshield used to be $500. Now it's more than triple that. The cost of medical care continues to skyrocket. Bodily injury on auto accidents is off the charts. Litigation is expensive and settlements are rising at an unprecedented rate. Both the frequency and severity of auto accidents are way up post-COVID, along with the rising frequency of auto fatalities. Reinsurance, the insurance your insurance carrier buys to help cushion catastrophic loss, is at or approaching capacity in many markets, and rising rates are unsustainable. This is a significant issue affecting the property and casualty industry, and pricing correction is anticipated at least through 2024. It won't be for forever, but it is here now. There are some things you can do to help get through this current insurance market. Consider higher deductibles. This will help save money on your policy. Safe driving telematic programs. Telematics can reward you by giving you a discount for good driving. Discount reviews. Make sure you're getting everything you're entitled to. Every carrier has different discount opportunities. Make sure you go over those with your agent. Do not let your policy cancel or lapse for any reason. Carriers are not reinstating coverage as easily as they once did. If it does cancel, they may require premium in full before reinstating. This is across the board for every line of coverage. Bundle your auto and home for more discounts and more stable pricing. Bundled/packaged policies most always include better coverage and benefits, and the cost savings is usually 10 to 15% or more on each policy. Many business risks can also bundle options. Consider tenure. Jumping companies too often will hurt you in the long run. In addition, some carriers won't take you as a new client if you have less than 2 years with a carrier. And more importantly, carriers are getting off of some risks if a claim happens in the new business term or for the number of claims in a 3 to 5 year window. Tenure matters with a carrier. Follow the law so you don't get any tickets. Those tickets really add rate to your policy and stay on your record 3 to 5 years, depending on the carrier. Absorb small claims when you're able and save coverage for catastrophic losses. Talk with your agent and let them claims cancel you should a loss happen. Stop using your towing or roadside assistance as a maintenance policy. Frequency of claims really matters a lot. Lastly, please remember that we are agents for the carriers. We don't make the rules. We don't have a control of the rates. We don't make the decision if your policy is canceled by the carriers. We're here to help educate, make sure you have the best insurance for your situation, manage your account with the carrier, and claims cancel when needed. We're doing our best to manage your carrier changes with client needs. I hope this message explains a little bit of what is going on in the insurance marketplace. Please be nice to your insurance agent. They are also taking the same increases, navigating carrier changes, and doing their best to help you through this. Thank you to some really smart agents that helped put this together. Is being shared widely. How much of this would you say you agree with?
Liars,
Yeah.
liars.
You know, it's funny. Bernie Sanders was on over the weekend, and he said that when you hear them talking about supply chain issues, he said it's nowhere near as bad as they claim. It's just corporate greed.
Yep. Amen. Hallelujah. I definitely agree with you on that. Because if they were being honest with everybody who has insurance, this wouldn't be the way it is right now. And if people wouldn't be sitting here getting denied as many claims as they have been getting denied. So they are liars, liars, liars. Their pants is on fire.
Yeah, sure. And I was going to mention the same thing that Chuck just mentioned. Like, she went through all of that and she never once mentioned corporate greed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And also, like she said, consider higher deductibles. I would not recommend that. Just because the higher your deductible, if your damages don't equal or exceed the deductible, the insurance company will not pay.
Right.
And then she also said, absorb small claims when you're able. The thing is, the homeowner will not know if it's a small claim or not. They're just going by what the insurance company says. I've had a lot of claims where the insurance company says, well, your roof damage is under the deductible. Sometimes the deductible is like $1,500. Can that's just not true. Like, when you have damage on the roof, we're going to argue to have the whole roof replaced, because you can't just patch up a shingle, like a missing shingle or damaged shingle. You just can't. You have to replace the whole roof, or else there's just going to be more damages later on. So like the whole average homeowner will not know how big that claim is.
And then also, if you put a claim in, that one claim can cancel you, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to cancel the customer as fast as they can because they don't want to pay the claim.
Yeah.
Take the money and run.
Yeah, it does worry me though that the insurance companies are, increasing that window from 3 to 5 years. So like, you can't have more than 2 claims in 5 years instead of just 3 years. That does worry me. That means that they have the excuse now to cancel you or non-renew you, because you're putting in too many claims. And this is not. I feel like it shouldn't be about the insurance company. They collect billions of dollars every year from homeowners, and not that it's not like that many people put in claims, and yet they're saying, oh, it's costing us so much money, so don't put in so many claims. But if a homeowner has damage, they need to fix their house to put it back into pre-loss condition. They shouldn't worry about the money coming out of the insurance company.
He was reading a script. Okay, it's a script that they have to read and to make themselves feel good. And the agent who read that script, she probably was petrified.
Well, yeah, I mean, there definitely are changes within the insurance industry, but they're making it seem like, don't put in your claims. Why have insurance if you're not going to put in claims?
Thank you. And why you pay for it if you can't get it covered?
Yeah.
And how are you gonna get new customers?
Thank you.
Well, it seems like they don't want new customers. I mean,
that's right.
They're pulling out of states. Like at the beginning, it says California, Louisiana, was it Florida? Let's see, Florida and Texas. So they're pulling out of states. I don't know if they are anticipating like more fires. I just heard that there's fires now in Louisiana. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
Yes.
But I don't think we we're not authorized going into Louisiana, or is
No,
it?
we're not. We're not going into Louisiana
Yeah.
or Alabama.
So we can't do those in states anyway. Texas, we are in there, but we're
They have a cap.
yeah, they have a fee cap, so we're more we have to be more selective with the claims in Texas. Um, but this is just me informing you guys. This is the conversations going on with the insurance industry.
Mm.
So I don't know if you guys have anything else to add to this.
It was good.
Okay, all right, then I'll go ahead and stop, and then why don't we talk about what should we do after the storm? If you guys don't have anything, I can find it real quick because I already wrote it down.
You said, what should we do after the storm?
Yes.
That all depends on how much damage has occurred, especially into their own individual property. Because, like you said, some parts of the state did not get affected the way other parts of the state got affected. So it all depends on what happened and what's going on. I haven't heard anything yet, so I'm not sure. And I know it's coming up this way, but I don't know where it's going to land because I haven't heard anything. And it's like it's just cloudy out and it's getting dark. But other than that, I don't hear anything. So far, so good.
They say it might reach as far north as the southernmost parts of North Carolina, and then it's going to go out to sea.
Good.
Or it could run back.
Oh yeah, it could turn. That's right. It could turn.
Yeah, it could. I mean, we're going to get rain, but maybe not to the intensity that Florida and Georgia's got.
Yeah. Well, we can use some rain.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been dry.
Okay, I'm trying to find what I wrote down. I apologize. So, I mean, what are some common things that people should do after a disaster, before they even report the claim to the insurance company? Usually, I would recommend take as many photos as possible before you throw anything out.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And then call a public adjuster. If you're in a state where public adjusters work, call a public adjuster first so that they can have a better idea of how big that claim is, or if your claim is too little, don't put in that claim.
Right.
And then the public adjuster, usually if you contact a public adjuster, the public adjuster is going to pretty much do everything for you, and you really just need to talk to your public adjuster about, okay, what's going on, here are some things to update for the claim, but you're not having to go through the headaches of dealing with the insurance company.
Well, if they have to stay at another location such as a hotel because of the damages, then they may have to get involved with getting some money for that.
I mean, we definitely will help you find accommodations. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times insurance companies will say, well, you ran out of additional living expense, but then for us, we'll help you make sure that you reach that limit or not. A lot of homeowners will just say, okay, and then they're out of pocket money to pay for the rest. And if it takes up to 6 months to repair your home, you can't go back home. But the insurance company is saying, oh, well, you don't have any more coverage for additional living expense. How are you going to argue with them?
Right.
True.
Yeah, I got a client that hit me up on TikTok out in California. She feels like she was underpaid for her additional living.
Yeah, I mean, Bahi, since you're the most seasoned out of all of us, on average, how long do you normally see people needing to get additional living expense?
I mean, less than 10, 15%. It's not a lot.
Sorry, say that again.
Not a lot. 20,
Like,
30, 20% of the time.
okay. But like, how long do they normally need it for? Like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months?
Yeah, that's a great question. Probably about 9 months.
Yeah, and depending on where you stay, if you're staying at a hotel, you're paying like $100 a night. Uh, if you have to stay 9 months, is that or do you have enough additional living expense in your policy to pay for that 9 months to stay in a hotel? Um, that's where we come in and we can kind of help you find temporary living places that are somewhat cheaper than the $100 a night, because
Hmm.
that does add up.
Yes.
Hmm.
Um, what else? What else should the homeowner do if they find themselves in a disaster? Uh, like I said, take pictures, call public adjuster, have us help you determine how big that claim will be and whether or not to report it. Um,
Well, we always tell them don't talk to the insurance company because we represent you. And a lot of times they will still contact the insurance company. So that's a no because they might blow it for themselves. So that's been a little issue because I've had two clients back to back who continue. She was one with a fire, and her house got all smoked up. And before we got involved, the insurance company had cut her about at least 3 to 4 checks already, but they still owed her a lot more money than what she was thinking she was supposed to get. And I said, do not call the insurance company. Let us handle it now since we're involved. And lo and behold, did she not call the insurance company the next day? Yeah, I need, I said, oh my God. So our field adjuster just said, we're going to have a sit down and I'm going to explain to you why you don't want to contact the insurance company once you get a public adjuster involved in your claim. And
Yeah.
from that point on, she understood and she no longer contacted it. But the only thing she had to do was get rid of the construction guy that was working on her house because he was getting over on her like a fat rat. He was taking the money and he was calling the insurance company behind her back and telling them stories.
Well, that's not good.
Nope.
I would also recommend they go ahead and start to at least mitigate the
mhm.
loss.
Okay.
So which means go ahead and start to clean things up, but don't throw anything away.
Right.
Prevent further damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do have duties.
Hmm?
You do have duties. Uh, are you guys hearing me echo?
Yes.
Okay, I'm on here twice. I'm trying to get rid of one of them. I don't know how to get rid of one of them. Ibadi, how do
I'm
I
here.
how do I get rid of one of these? Uh, let's see.
Yeah, we hear something in the back. I don't. Is it like three little buttons or something, or that you see on any of your screen?
I'm looking for it. You guys talk.
Oh, she said we can talk.
Oh, okay.
What else?
Um,
What else we got?
um, well, I think my biggest thing is making sure people go ahead and start to mitigate some, because
Yeah.
that can help reduce mold from growing, and it can also, like she said, it's also part of your duties of the loss to do it.
Right. Totally agree. Now, what about a situation where it's a fire and their property wound up burning down? What situation or how do we handle something like that? I'm just going to throw it out there because I've heard so many different variations.
Well, if it's a fire, and what they should do?
Yeah, because of the fact that they lost their house or exploded. If the house exploded, they still lost their property. So we know we're going to put them somewhere temporarily until they can find out what they all would need to do as far as getting a similar type property, which we would help them with that. But what else would they have to do? Their loss of use is definitely going to be impacted.
Mm-hmm.
And it may be not 1 year, but 2 years.
Sometimes it does take a little longer than a year to rebuild.
Right. Correct.
Also, I would say, I'm sorry, I'm totally echoing.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Messed it up. I would say pull out your policy to make sure that you have the right coverages.
Power tools?
No, policy.
Oh, your policy. Well, the policy burnt up in the house. They don't have it, so they have to get there. They got to call the insurance company to get a copy of their policy, unless they have a safe at a bank and in there. What y'all think?
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, everything is gone, so you.
Yep.
You can get it from the agent.
Yeah. That'd be the first person I guess you'd have to get to, because a total loss is a total loss. They can't deny that.
Right.
Yep.
I guess we'll still send a field adjuster out there to kind of put together, the figures to rebuild.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what they have to do.
Well, would the my question is, would the homeowner have some type of control as to where they're going to stay, or can they pick out?
Yeah, so sometimes that's a good question, because sometimes they'll tell them that they have to, like I got one client right now and they keep trying to make her move. And she's like, I'm not going anywhere. No, they can't make her go anywhere. She gets the option. Now, you want to be reasonable with if you don't want to go from paying, let's say $1,500 a month to paying $4,500 a month. But that may actually even be reasonable, because if it's the only thing available, it's the only thing available.
Mm.
So you may, I could be kind of talking out of turn there, but for the most part, yeah, the homeowner can decide which hotel, although they do have services to help them, find the place, because they may not have a phone, they may not have anything to use to be searching, and it can just be too much, to try to figure it all out.
So, Ibai, I have a question. So, like when the homeowner is out of their property due to whatever reason they had to move out of that property, do anyone tell them like how long you're going to be out, or we're not going to move you back into your property because we're going to need at least a year and a half? I mean, do they give them any kind of timeline, or?
Well, the timeline is going to come from the contractor.
Okay. All right. That works. Okay.
So once the contractor says, well, it's going to take me 3 weeks to get the materials and 3 weeks to rebuild, it's, then they can have something to go on.
So are they communicating that to the homeowner as well as the insurance company, or just
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We got anything else to add?
I think that's it.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for attending. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So, thank you everyone for attending our live podcast today. Join us next week, same time, 7:00, Wednesday. If there's nothing else, I hope everyone stays safe out there. If you're in the areas where the hurricane is, reach out to us to let us know what's going on. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you.
Abai, you're in Atlanta?
I'm in Ohio today.
Oh, okay. But you're based out of Atlanta.
Yep.
Okay. All right. How's the weather there? I got family down there. I was trying to see how everything was going in that area.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I'm not there right now. They asked me that earlier, actually.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Good night, everyone.